Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm the VP of Customer Experience at Kommo. And yeah, I'll tell you a lot more about Kommo a little bit later.
Awesome. Cool. So, just want to make sure I'm on the right slide. Okay, yeah, we're going to talk about how businesses can scale up beyond using just like WhatsApp Business app to manage your presence through WhatsApp. We'll talk about sort of this concept of WhatsApp API solutions that scale across both the app and through the help of our awesome partner ecosystem and why that could be beneficial for you, and kind of how we can get that onboarding process started. All right, so we introduced ourselves. By the way, if you have any questions, just feel free to raise your hand during the session. It's obviously a small audience. Don't worry about the QR code. So what we'll talk about, again, what is this sort of thing that we're talking about with respect to API solutions? Why would you care? What's the benefit? How do you scale up with a partner? And then how can you get started? And Jackie will obviously go into a lot more detail around what Kommo does, and some of the, she'll go through some case studies and things like that to show like how businesses are actually getting a lot of value from this solution. All right, cool. So what are API solutions for WhatsApp business users? What it essentially does is allow a business to maintain their WhatsApp number when moving and graduating from WhatsApp Business app to using the WhatsApp API. And the WhatsApp API is beneficial to businesses for a multitude of reasons, but primarily because it offers a lot more capabilities that allow businesses to scale. So they can set up automated messaging flows. They can handle a much larger volume of messaging threads through multi-agent routing. They can start working with partners to build custom experiences that allow for in-thread commerce to happen, like within a WhatsApp chat, for example. There's a lot more data analytics capabilities. There's a lot of reasons why businesses would want to graduate to the WhatsApp API. What used to be the case is that if you had a WhatsApp number, most businesses kind of start their journey on WhatsApp through the SMB app, and they create a number associated with that business. And what used to be true in the past was if that business wanted to graduate to the API, they had to create a new number, which is incredibly disruptive for their existing customer base, and so many businesses just didn't want to do it. They just stayed on the phone. Obviously not a sustainable practice for many businesses. So what this new capability allows is for a business to get the benefits of both a desktop interface and the app, all through a single number. And you can kind of work seamlessly across both interfaces to get the best of both worlds. So as I mentioned, it's one number, one chat thread. I don't know if you can say zero disruption, but minimal disruption. And it gives also advertisers or businesses the control to determine what they want to share back with the partner as well. But like chats and contacts can be synced, so you can kind of move seamlessly across desktop and the SMB app at your convenience. So as a business, I guess show of hands, are all of you using API solution, or are you sort of in that process right now? Or maybe a mix of both. So when do businesses kind of consider the idea of using API solutions? It's usually when you've started getting so many messages in your inbox that you can't manage them. What we hear from many businesses, by the way, is that when they start especially running like click to WhatsApp ads, as a click to WhatsApp, they start getting a large volume of messages and they just can't go through them fast enough. And they lose out on lead or purchase opportunities, because if you don't respond like relatively quickly to these messages, they go stale very fast. And so if you can't respond like within a couple of hours or 24 hours, you lose that opportunity. A lot of businesses kind of complain back to Meta, like, hey, we need a solution to be able to like manage these conversations at scale. Or we need a solution to help mark leads and purchases so that we can send back to Meta so that Meta's ad system can work better for us. Like, we don't have a scalable solution for that. There's a lot of reasons why businesses may want to start graduating to more sophisticated tools. This sort of leads to the second point, that they're leaving a lot of growth opportunities on the table. If you're just using the app, you don't have access to certain tools or capabilities that a partner can help you build through the WhatsApp API. And so it's just a lot of things like that a business can take advantage of. And then obviously, from a customer support standpoint, and especially with Meta Business Agent, we're introducing all these like AI tool innovations. Customers' expectations around response time and things like that are just increasing. And so if you can't respond or take action quickly, you're going to lose customers even faster. So, awesome. So, what are the benefits of the API solutions? The first is that migrating from app to API, and I'll walk you through what that process looks like towards the end, but it's pretty simple, pretty seamless. For most businesses, it works like a charm. It gives the reason for having access to both interfaces is that, again, you get the flexibility of using the phone and the desktop interface at your convenience. For many businesses, they still want to use the phone to manage kind of a mix of their personal contacts and their business contacts. But then through the API solution, it's like, okay, this is like enterprise grade or enterprise ready. Then you get all the performance driving tools such as custom experience development, multi-agent routing, inbox management on desktop, et cetera. We talked a little bit about this already, multi-agent routing, better analytics and reporting, more template intelligence on wanting people that are engaging with your messaging templates, like which ones are performing better, which ones, customizations for those templates, e-commerce, or I should say, in-thread commerce capabilities that you can enable for your messaging templates, and then AI-enabled customer service. And again, this is where our partner ecosystem comes into play. So the other big news, especially for businesses that are born on WhatsApp or that are WhatsApp only, is that now you do not need a separate Facebook business login in order to migrate. And so this hopefully reduces a big barrier for many businesses that are kind of WhatsApp first or WhatsApp only. And so if you don't necessarily have Meta Business Suite set up or Facebook login set up, you can still access API solution, just your WhatsApp number, which is hopefully a big benefit to many businesses. Cool. And with that, let me move over to Jacqueline.
Great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So let me tell you about Kommo. Kommo is a AI-powered messenger first CRM for small and medium businesses. We help businesses turn WhatsApp conversations into structured sales and service journeys. But most of those businesses do not come to us because they woke up thinking, I need WhatsApp Business API. They come to us because WhatsApp is already working for them, and it's where customers ask questions. It's where they've already built their reputation. The thing is, as their businesses grow, that same strength starts to really stretch. So there are more conversations, there are more follow-ups, there are more things to handle, more people get involved, and there are more chances for things to slip. So that's where partners like Kommo come in, because while Meta has already taken the step to make the API much easier to jump to, the question is what happens after connection. So where do businesses get started to run their business around WhatsApp? Well, partners can help turn WhatsApp into an actual journey, into an actual process. That way, the team is not just seeing an incoming message. After that, they're seeing where the lead came from. They're seeing what stage that lead is in, and what's the next step, and what should happen next. So I can make it more practical for you by giving an example. So imagine that a business runs a click to WhatsApp ad on Instagram. Someone clicks the ad, they start a WhatsApp conversation. The lead then enters the pipeline. And there, an agent, an AI agent, or a bot could ask a few qualifying questions. The source gets saved automatically, so now you know where all these leads are coming from and which ones are performing best. And maybe a task gets created. Maybe the team finally understands what stage the lead is in and what should be done next, who owns the next step. And if that lead gets qualified, or if a purchase is made, the bonus thing that you can do is send the signal back to your ad platform via Conversations API, Conversions API, we're at Conversations. So that way you can tell the ad campaign, more leads like this, please, this is working. So the business is no longer just juggling a messy inbox. They actually have a platform that is working for them. And from what we see, businesses usually scale in 3 levels. So first, they just need to control the flow. So they've got to organize their incoming messages. They've got to make follow-up finally consistent and reliable. And they need to give the team a way to know where to focus. Once that structure is in place, they can actually create a sales engine. So they can add marketing, they can do advertising, they can do all those kind of things to scale up and turn those conversations into even more revenue. And finally, once that's working, they may want to expand this beyond the sales process and say, well, let's cover customer support, let's cover other operational journeys. So I'll share a couple of success stories that we've had that show these in practice. So the first one is Carefree Boats. It's a premium boat membership business in Panama. And they actually help their customers get access to boats without needing to worry about the management, the maintenance, the logistics of actually owning that boat. So as you can see, that's a very premium service. It's very consultative, and the customers need fast and personalized attention. But they have a sales team of 2 people. And with Kommo, they were able to keep WhatsApp at the center of that sales process while adding structure around it so that they had a pipeline where the incoming leads land. They had a process for quickly dealing with those incoming leads. And it really transformed what they were able to handle. So their response time went from half an hour to an hour to under a minute. Each team member was now able to handle 3 times more leads, and the cost dropped, so by 75%. And now they're able to manage 3,000 to 7,000 messages per month without increasing that 2-person team. So they were able to show that if you can control that flow, they could operate with the speed and with the control of a much larger company without losing that personalized service that they built their reputation on. And the second example is Solid. It's a finance company in Brazil. They help companies to regularize tax debts. So as you can see, that's not a simple sale. Their customers are businesses who are dealing with sensitive financial issues. And Solid needed to provide speed, accuracy, and expert human support in those cases. Like Carefree Boats, they started by building an automated pipeline for selling on WhatsApp. That way they could offer consistent, high-quality service to each and every lead. And when they had that in place, they were able to qualify 40% more leads and handle conversations 70% faster, also without adding more team members. Once they had that working, that's when the next step was obvious, and that was to bring in more conversations through click-to-WhatsApp ads. And it worked so well that now 100% of all the leads they generate come from click-to-WhatsApp ads on Facebook and Instagram. So the important thing here was that they didn't just pour money into ads and hope that something would work. They actually had Kommo set up as their catcher's mitt. So they had their pipeline, they had their workflows, they had their automations in place to catch the demand, keep it moving. And that just goes to show the second level. When you have all that in place, WhatsApp can be a sales engine. So from what we've seen at Kommo, across these businesses, the pattern is the same. Doesn't matter the size. They're different industries. Our customers use WhatsApp in different ways. The thing is, they all use WhatsApp as something central to their process, and Kommo didn't replace the human connection. Basically, it just helped to add structure around it with pipelines, ownership, automations, visibility, and that's what made their growth possible. So for Meta partners, I think that's the real opportunity beyond the first connection, because businesses already know that WhatsApp matters. That's where their customers are. What they need help is just scaling up. And that's what Kommo is focused on, turning those conversations into a process. So, yes, thank you.